Dear student, welcome to Selenium WebDriver version 4 with Java session 30. In today's session, you will learn how to create and apply cell styles in Excel with the help of the Apache POI libraries. So in the last session, you already learned how to write data to Excel file from an array list using Apache POI. In these sessions, you will learn alternative approach to write data to Excel file from an array list. Apart from that, whatever Excel file you will be creating, after reading the data from the array list, you can set the styles in the Excel sheet for every row and cell based on your requirement. So whenever user want to deal with the Excel sheet with the help of the Apache POI, first thing is that in the project, user need to add POI and POI OOXML dependency. So automatically all the relevant jar file to interact with the Excel sheet will be added to your project, and user will get all the relevant classes and the method required to interact with the Excel file in Selenium with Java. So what I already did, this is the project I already created, and this is the new class created for interacting with the Excel sheet and applying cell style in the Excel. In this particular project, if you open the pom.xml file, I already added the POI and POI OXML dependency for the Apache POI. So automatically all the relevant jar file will be added to the project, and I can get all the important classes and the method to interact with the Excel file using Selenium and Java. So what are the, after that dependency is added, what are the remaining step user need to follow to write data to the Excel file from an array list? User need to create a blank workbook. After that, once that workbook created, with that workbook object reference, user can create a sheet and give some suitable name of the sheet. Then user can create an array list of object. In case they want to do it single dimensional, that is fine. Array to hold the data. Each array represent a row in the sheet. Then as part of next step, user need to create a row. A spreadsheet consists of rows and cell. It has a grid layout. Once row is created for the particular row, user can create cell. A row is a collection of cell. When user enters the data in the sheet, it is always stored in the cell. After that, once your cells row is created, user need to iterate over data and write to the sheet back. Then user need to write the workbook to a file with the help of the file output stream class. And once your file is saved, user need to close that file output stream and workbook object. And during that process, in case any exceptions are coming, user need to handle them appropriately. So this is the steps we'll be following to write data to Excel file from an array list using Apache POI first. Once our Excel sheet is created, then we'll try to apply the stylings for different row and cell value in the Excel sheet. So let's follow the step-by-step process. So I already created the new class apply cell styles in Excel. So here what I will do, I will first create a blank workbook. Create a blank workbook first. What I will be doing, I will be creating the object or instance for excessive workbook. I can create the object name called workbook equal to new excessive workbook to deal with that 2000.xlx file. So what error is coming? There is an error, it is not able to understand excessive workbook. So I need to import excessive workbook from the org.apache.poi.excessive.user model. So this is primarily coming from the Apache POI. Once a workbook is created, blank workbook is created, I can create a sheet in that blank workbook and can give necessary name. Okay, suppose say I want to store some data for the bank account holder. Okay, I can give the proper name. Say I want to create couple of columns called account number, account name, account open date, account balance, etc. Okay, with the help of that array list. So I can create that sheet, and I can give some sheet name. So what I will do, I will take that workbook object reference, and I will call the method called create sheet. You could see this is the method I'm calling, which will create an excessive sheet in the workbook, adds it to the sheet, and returns the high level representation. Use this to create new sheet. A return type is excessive sheet coming from the excessive workbook class. So what I can do, I can store it some excessive workbook. Excessive excessive sheet. Return type is excessive sheet. I can create an object called sheet, and this is the value I can give. So I need to import that excessive sheet also from the Apache POI. Now I can give some value of the sheet. So what value I can give? Say bank account holder details. Okay, this is the sheet I want to create it in the blank workbook. Once my sheet is created, then what I can do, I can try to create a array list. Array list to create a header and to add data for different account holder. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create a array list, and here it will be a single dimensional object. Type will be object and single dimensional. Okay, then I can create a object name called data for this array list equal to new array list with type as object, single dimensional. That's all to create the array list. So now what I can do, I can import that array list from the Java util package. Now with this help of this data object, whatever I created for the array list, I can first try to create the header. We'll call the add method, and here header part I already know that this is the type equal to string, so I'll be calling new string and dimension, and then here I can give the details. Say what are the different column I want to create. I want to create the account number, then I can create another column called account name, because this is a string or string only, so you can no need to define anything for the object for this header. We can create as a string. Then what we can do, account name, then account opened on, and one more column called bank balance or account balance. Okay, and then I need to end with that second bracket, and I need to end with colon. So error message gone. So this is the header, which will be string format always, because all the field whatever we are creating as a different cell for the row 0, it will be header, so all are string. Now for the second row wise, we want to create the data, so we can mention that data 1 actual data. So here instead of string it will be object, because we do not know right what are the different object type. Like it is not a common object, like it might be integer, it might be double, it might be string, so you can make it object. So here account number I can make it like 1122334455, and account name I can give it in string format, so within double quote, say Rahul Pandey. Okay, and account open on, suppose I can give it say 01042023, and account balance, it's a double. I can make it double instead of string, so give something called 45,078 paise balance data 1. So that is the way I can try to add more data. So account number will be string, account name, sorry, account number will be integer. Okay, an account name and account open on will be string, and account balance will be double. So I can create other data. Let's give it 66 here, account number. Here account number, give it 77. Account number, give it 88. Okay, and account name I can change it also. So see, give it Sumit Bhusan. Okay, give another name called Raj Jadhav. Okay, Sam Wilson. And we can give that date also, say give it 15 April 2024. Okay, give it 0 okay, 1st June 2021. Okay, give it say 16th April 2024. Okay, and balance also you can change it. You give it say 1 lakh 6,007 paise, this data 2. And then we can give it here say, okay, 45,000. Here we can give it 97,892.00, and here we can change it, let's say 3,752.09. So this is the data 4 and this is data 3. So I have added all the data. Apart from header, I have added 4 data for 4 different account holder. So account name can be common, account open date can be common, balance can be common, but this is the account number should be unique. Okay. Now what I will do, I will try to iterate over the data and write to the sheet. Okay, so we already added the dependency for the POI XMLs in the project. So automatically we are getting all the different classes and the method to interact with the Excel file. And then we are creating a blank workbook. Then we are creating a sheet, and we are giving a suitable name of the sheet. Especially we are holding the bank account records. So we are giving that sheet name called bank account holder details. Now we are trying to create an array list of object to hold the data. Each array represents a row in the sheet. So this is the array. Is the first is the header. So it will be row 0, and second one data 1. It will be different data where actually it will be holding the data. Now what is the step we need to follow? We need to follow like create a row, okay, and create a cell. So we need to iterate over the data and write to the sheet. So what we will do, iterate over the data and write to the sheet. Okay, and inside that we will create a row and create a cell. Okay, so what we'll be doing, we will iterate over data and write to the sheet. Okay, so I can create some variable called integer row number equal to 0. Okay, I'm creating it and I'm giving the value called 0. Then what I'm doing, I'm trying to create a for loop to iterate this data variable. Okay, so data variable return type is object. Okay, so what I can give as again return type as object only, single dimensional object. We can give some new variable called okay, what we can give emp data, new variable name, and we can give the old variable name colon. What is the old variable name? Data. Okay, then we can try to iterate it. Okay, we'll create a row. What is the way we will do it? We will try to take that sheet object reference dot create row. Okay, where we can create row, we can give that variable name row number plus because it is starting from 0. I can give it plus. So return type will be excessive row. you could see this is the return type will be XSF row. So I can store in some XSF row variable, and I can give the variable name or object name called row. That's all. I need to end with colons. Now we need to import that XSF row from the Apache POI. Now what I will do, I already created the row. Okay, then I will create something called integer cell num equal to defining as a 0. Okay, then I will be again need to create a cell, right? So I need to again use that inner enhance for loop again, because I already came to the row. Now I want to go to the cell, so I need to have another for loop, right? Enhance for loop. So return type will be object instead of the dimension, and I can give that new variable called obj, and old variable name. What is the old variable here? This is the old variable employee data here, because this is the new variable, but for this one it is the old variable. And then I can try to create a cell, create cell. So what I'll do, I'll call that row variable whatever already created, and I will try to create cell. Okay, here I will be giving that cell number plus plus cell number. Instead of that row number, it will be cell number plus plus. Return type, what is the return type? It will be XSF cell only. You could see return type will be XSF cell. So XSF cell, and I can create a object called cell. That's all. I need to import that XSF cell from the org.apache.py.xsf.model package. So my cell is created. What I will do now, okay, now I will set the value to the cell. I will set the values to the cell. What is the way I can do? I can, but here during the set value set, right, we want to set that integer, string, or double, because there we are entering three types. So we need to define the same way, right? Otherwise you will not allow. Okay, because it is not generic or common for the object. It will depend based on the object type. So what I will do, I will use some the if condition. If my object obj, I will use the instance of operator, and I will give as a string in case it is string. So what I will do, I will use cell dot set cell value, and here I will be setting it's called string, and here will be object. I think that's all. Yes. Now we'll be giving the if else condition. In case it is a string, that is fine. In case it is a double, we'll make it double. We'll set the value as a double format. In case it is integer, I will set the value as integer format. So this part is done. Now I want to write the data, whatever we have written in the Excel sheet, sorry, workbook. I want to just store in some Excel. Okay, so write the workbook to a file. So whatever workbook already written, that way I want to write it in a file with the help of the file output stream class. So definitely we cannot create the object without giving the file class reference in the file output stream. Once it is done, we will close the output stream and the workbook object, and we can handle the exception appropriately. So what I will do here, okay, outside this one, okay, I will try to save the file. Okay, so what I will do, I will try to save the Excel file inside the project. Okay, so I'll create an object right for the file class. So file class, and I'm creating the object called file equal to new file, and here I want to create it in the my project only. So this is my current project part, so that in case somebody is using our code, they don't need to change anything. So I'll be using system dot get property, and here you can use user within the double quote, user dot directory to access the current project path. Then what I can do, I can concatenate I want to create the file in that like, so already created, let's remove it. Okay, let's refresh the project. Okay, so I just want to make it blank completely, src test folder resources folder, and in the src test resources folder I want to create the seed. So concatenate, then give double quote, give slash slash, because in the project we can give slash slash, then src slash slash test slash slash resources. Okay, this is the folder resources, 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 that is perfectly fine. Slash slash, give any suitable name. Okay, say bank account holder details dot xlsx, that is the file name I want to create. Okay, now I end with colon. Now import the file class from the java.io package. Now I want to create an object or instance for the file output stream class to write the data into the Excel file. File output stream FIS equal to new file output stream, where you need to give that file object reference, whatever you have created, file. Then you could see there is error coming, so I need to import that file output into the java.io package. Now still error is there, because this is the exception will be coming whenever you are dealing with the file input stream, file output stream. Primarily you need to surround with some throws declarations, right, or sorry, you need to give some declaration, throws exception, or surround with try catch block. So we want to give some exceptions. Either you can give file not found exception, or you can handle with that exception only. That's fine, we'll be handling file found exception, not found exception. Okay, now with the help of the file output stream class, we'll try to write in the workbook, right? So we'll be calling that workbook object dot write method, and here you could see the output stream, right? You need to give it FIS. Now we'll close. Okay, again error is coming, we need to throw some declaration, so that's fine, we'll give the exception only. So automatically all kind of exception will be handled here. Okay, so in the workbook we are trying to write it. After that we are trying to close that FIS, and then we'll be closing that workbook. Okay, sorry, then we'll be closing the workbook. That's all. That is the steps we have written also. Okay, so what is the step we are following? First we are adding that like POI external dependency to the project, so that once it is added only then we can call the relevant necessary class and method required to interact with the Excel file in Selenium with Java. After that we are creating a blank workbook. So this is a blank workbook created. Then in the workbook we are trying to create a worksheet. We are giving some name. We are trying to create a array list here. Okay, we are trying to create a array list, which is the object, and definitely I know my first row is the header, so it will be string only. So there is no other way, only string. So whatever name we are giving for the header as a column name is like account number, account name, account opened on, and account balance. You can have more column required. And now in this particular right column, using this column, so I want to add couple of row, which is the actual data. So row 1 wise it is data 1, data 2, data 3, data 4, and I know that account number will be integer. I'm giving it integer name. That is the reason I'm giving it object here, because in case you are not using objects, you cannot have multiple data in the multiple cells, multiple column. Okay, in case it's similar, then you can give string, integer, double, whatever. But in case it is a different data type, so you need to give it object, so that it can hold different data type into the object. And then this is like account name is name is int string, account opened on its string, and account balance is double. So that is the I have added 4 row. Now I want to iterate over data and write to the sheet. So I'll be like defining a variable called row number equal to 0. I am trying to use that enhance for loop to create the row. After the row is created, I want to use another enhance for loop to iterate over the cell for particular row, every row. Okay, then I am trying to set the value for the cells depending on the data type is passing through the object reference, whether it's a string or data or double or integer. Then my once workbook is updated, that workbook I need to save in some Excel file, so that I'm creating object written for the file class where I'm giving the reference of the path. So this is the current path I want to create it. So I'm giving system.get property user directory. In the current path, I want to create the Excel sheet in the srcts resources folder, and the sheet name will be bank account holder details.xls. And to write the data into the Excel file, I am creating object or instance for the file output stream class, and I am trying to update the workbook, right? Whatever workbook created, I want to store in the file, and then I am closing that file. I am closing the workbook, and some exception was coming, like I have handled those exceptions, right, accordingly with the help of that throws declaration. So that is the stuff we are doing. Now let's try to execute the code and let's see what's happening here. Run as Java application. So you could see here it is like running successfully. There is no error. Now if you refresh the project, okay, refresh it. Now you could see in the SRC test resources folder, bank account holder details.xl is created, right? Because that is the thing, right? That is the Excel file you wanted to create it, and you want to update the workbook in the Excel file. You could see this is the reference. So this is the current path in the current project path, and this is the path of the SRC resources folder, and this is the name of the Excel sheet, bank account holder details.xlsx. Right now, if you go to the path, right click, go to the properties, you can directly go to the path of the folder, copy it, okay, and open it. You could see bank account folder created, date is 30th 9 2025, time is 3 p.m. If you open it, you could see based on your requirement it's already created, right? So based on the step you have defined or executed, like it's created. So it is created that seed name after creating the workbook, created the seed bank account holder details. This is the seed name, created bank account holder details, right? And it created, and with the help of the array list you have created 4 different column. In the row 0 is header, account number, account name, okay, account opened on, and bank balance. So you could see this is not formatted properly. If you want to read all the data, you need to click here and you need to expand it, you need to fit it accordingly. And now in this particular stuff we have added 4 row for Rahul Pandey, Sumit Bhushan, Raj Jadhav and Sam Wilson. You could see also added here properly data 1 2 3 4 accordingly. And the first row is nothing but the integer, second row is string, third row is also string, and fourth row is double. So you could see automatically it is coming. So here double value also, in case your right cell is also updated accordingly. Now you can have n number of column added, n number of row added also. Okay, so like let's see, let's try to add right a couple of more column also. Okay, say account status, account, like joint account, I can give something called joint account. Okay, so here I can give here it is a boolean, I can make it boolean, true or false, or we can give it a string yes or no, like that. Okay, that's fine. We can give something called yes. Okay, joint account yes, and we can give something called no. I can make it string, or if required you can make it boolean as well, the true or false value. Here we can make it no, here also you can make it no. Okay, what is there coming here? Okay, we need to give comma. Okay, now we can add one more data if required. Okay, data 4 5, and now let's give the new account number. Okay, here you can give something called Rajesh Bharma. Okay, date account open on, say like say give something called 21 September 2022, and joint account yes, or you can give anything called savings account or current account, like that, whatever relevant. You can give some balance called maybe 99,752.88 paise. Okay, that's all. Now let's close that Excel sheet, because always you need to close the Excel sheet, otherwise your operation will not be successful, because you want to write the data back to the Excel sheet, so automatically it should be closed. In case you want to read still to open, that's still fine, but if you want to write it, in case you are not closing Excel sheet, it will throw you the error. Now you could see it's executed. Now if you open it, you could able to see different new column added and data also added there. Let's expand everything. You could see account number, account name, account open on, account balance, and joint account. These are the 5 column also available here. Okay, now we have added 5 different data. New data also added, Rajesh Verma. Okay, and this is the new column added. So these are the 5 different record also available based on our code, whatever we have written in the array list. So that is the way you can try to write data using the array list with this approach, alternative approach. Now next question will be that, like, because whatever account, right, whatever Excel sheet we are creating, that format is not properly, right, that style is not like as per our requirement, right, I want to make it more readable. Okay, so what is the way we can do it? Okay, so we'll change that styling. Okay, so how to create and apply cell styles in Excel using the Apache POI? So you can create a cell style object using workbook.create cell style. Use this cell style object to define various styling attribute like font. We can change it. We can create an excessive font object, set properties like bold, italic, size, and color, and then apply it to the cell style using style.setFont method, where we can change that font. Okay, we can do the alignment. We can set horizontal and vertical alignment using style.setAlignment and style.setVerticalAlignment method. We can set the define the borders, top, bottom, left, right, and their styles and color using method like style.set border bottom, style.set border bottom border color, or top or left like or right like that. We can fill the color and pattern also. You can set the background color and the fill pattern using style.set fill foreground color and style.set fill pattern and style.set fill background color like that. So this is the importance like methods or class we can create right first. Again, we can call the important method whenever we want to apply the cell style in the Excel sheet with the help of the Apache POI. Now let's try to define something, right? Whenever it's a cell is created, right, that is format is not properly, this auto fitting is not happening. We need to manually expand that cell, right, to fit all the details so that we can read it properly. So what we will do, we'll set the column width to maximum first. What we can do, we can use sheet, we can call that sheet object whatever created for the excessive sheet, and we can call the method called auto size column. Okay, auto size column. Here if you give it the column indexing called 0, only that right column, first column, which is the first column, will be auto sized automatically. Okay, let's first do it. Let's first run it and see what's happening here. So it's created. Now automatically you could see the first column will be auto sized, right, size will be automatically fixed, so you don't need to expand it. You could see you don't need to expand it, but other automatically sized, right, based on the data already there, so it is fitting automatically. Okay, setting the column width to the maximum for the column 0 here. But if you want to do for the all the columns in single shot, what you can do, right, we can comment it out, this part. We can again call this part completely. Now we can give that column in right value here. Okay, for the column we have given something called cell number, but it is starting from cell plus plus 1. So what I can do, if we go to the cell 1, I need to give cell minus 1. So automatically it will format set all the column size to maximum for all the cells, because it is within that for loop we are trying to call it the variable, right? So automatically all the columns will be set now. Now if you expand it, you could see all the column is setting automatically, so you no need to expand anything, root, read any of the details, right? Either it is say header or the account. So whatever data you are adding, automatically it will fitted. Okay, automatically you could see automatically is getting fitted. So that is the way I can fit that one, right, column size. Now what I want to do, I want to create the styling. Okay, so first I want to change the font, so I'll be creating an object for the font. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll be calling that workbook object dot create font. Okay, it is return type is excessive font coming from the excessive workbook. So return type I'll be storing it called excessive font. I can create the object called font object. I need to import it. Then what I need to do, I need to create a object for the styling as well. Okay, so first I'll be creating the object for the styles. Okay, so what I will be doing again, I'll be calling that workbook. Okay, dot create cell style. Okay, you could see return type is XSF cell style, so I can store in that one style XSF cell style, and variable name I can give it called style. Okay, now we need to import that cell style XSF cell style from the Apache POI jar file or library. Okay, now what I'll do, in case I want to set the font right with this object, what I can do, I can try to call that object for XSF font, and after that I can call the method called set font height. Okay, you could see, right, set font height, double height, or you can make it short as well. Okay, let's see it, set font height point short. Okay, so you can make it short. Okay, so here we can make it again, give it bracket short short, and we can give the size as suppose say 12. Okay, that is the size I want to give it. Then what we can do again, if you call that font object, you can give something called set font name. Okay, what name you want to give it? Okay, set font name is a string thing. Okay, either you can give Haradhan, Arial, all this stuff, right? Whatever you want to do. I want to give it Arial. That's perfectly fine. Now this is the thing is setting, right? You are creating it, but right, if you want to actually set it in the Excel, so you need to set the font to the style. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to set the font to the style. Okay, what is the way you can do it? We can call style dot set font. Okay, and here you need to give that font. So okay, you are setting the font to the style. You can, after that you need to setting the cell style, then setting the cell style. Okay, what is the way you need to do? You need to call cell dot set cell style. Okay, here you need to give the style object reference. Okay, that's all. Now let's say give something called 16 size. Okay, an Arial. Let's try to run it and let's see what's happening here. Okay, execute it. Now see whether your all the column is auto side and is getting changed to 16, and it is Arial, right? Now if you want to, you could see all are Arial right here. Now if you want to change it some other stuff like Calibri, okay, you can change it to Calibri. Okay, and size, if you want to change it to 20, you can also do it. That is fine. Okay, now definitely you need to close the Excel sheet, otherwise it will not able to write the data, and run as. But still whatever size you are doing, still it will be fit auto size column. Now you could see it will be now Calibri, and it will be 20. Font size will be 20. Okay, you could see this 20 and Calibri. So that is the way you can do it. Now let's make it Calibri only, and let's change that font size to 12 maybe. Okay, that is fine. Now what you can do, let's try to set some border style. Okay, in this one, so what we will doing it, we will be trying to set some border style. Okay, so what is the way we need to do? We need to call the style object dot set border. Okay, you could see set border bottom, left, right, and top, and you can also change the color. So you'll be first selecting the top, and here you need to give that border style dot. You could see what border style you need to give it, dotted, like, or standard, that, or thick or thin. You can give it thin. Okay, similarly a top, apart from the top we can make it the bottom, left, right, like that. So automatically all the side will be changed the border. Okay, bottom, BOTT, OM. So you can call the method if you're not able to recall it. Okay, or left. So this is the method actually. I'm directly updating it. Left, right. Okay. Now you could see if you just execute it, your border style will be automatically set with this thin border style. Okay. Now if you open it, and it should also your font should be changed to 12 Calibri, and border also getting changed to thin. Right. Now if you want to make it thick, you can do it also. So you can change to thick, dot thick. Okay, you can make it to thick. Okay, now your you can do it. Apart from that, what now we'll do, we'll try to um, we'll now what we'll do, we'll try to set the alignment, setting the alignment, like left alignment, top alignment, right alignment, bottom alignment, like all this part we can do it. So what we can do, we can try to call that style object, and here you can try to do the alignment style dot. Let's do that horizontal alignment, set horizontal alignment style dot set. Okay, alignment. Okay, this is for horizontal alignment. You could see set the type of horizontal alignment to the cell. So here you need to pass horizontal alignment. Okay, horizontal alignment. You could see this is the functions coming. Okay, horizontal alignment, org.apache POI.ss.user model, horizontal alignment dot, you can make it like left, center, anything, right? I will make it horizontal, I'll make it left. Okay, now you can do the vertical alignment, style dot set vertical. You could see vertical alignment. Okay, here you need to pass that vertical alignment. Okay, vertical alignment dot, you can make it top or bottom, right? I want to make it always left and top align. Okay, that is fine. Now you can run your code and you can see what's happening now. Okay, executed. Now if you open the Excel sheet, you could see your like it is thick, your border style, and is vertically, right, aligned with top and left side, automatically alignment happening. So that is the, if you want to make it center, or middle, that you can also do it vertically, horizontally. Now alignment done. Now what is the next thing I want to do? I all the my row is fine, but the like header part or the row one, I want to make it some bold italic. I want to fill some color like that. Only the head, right, header part. So what I can do, right? I can just create a if condition, and only for row right 01 I want to make it. So what I can do, I want to give something called row num variable, whatever we have given. It is starting with 0 and plus plus, so I will start with 1. Okay, so I want to set that uh, extra style, creating extra style for the header. Okay, so only for the header it will happen. Okay, so row number equal to 1. Okay, so in case you're already setting something for the other column, but still here I can, with the help of the row if condition, I can override it only for the header. So what I'll do, setting the foreground color, you can do it, style dot set foreground color. You could see set fill foreground color. Here I can use indexed color. Okay, indexed colored. Okay, dot, you paste dot, there are a lot of colors will be coming, right? Blue, blue gray, right? Whatever, dark blue, dark green, dark red, dark yellow, whatever way, gold color, you can use it anything. I'll be using say blue gray. Okay, then dot get index, so that is the part you need to do it for cell fill foreground color. Now what I will do, I will set fill pattern. I'll call again style object dot set fill pattern. Here what I will do it, fill pattern type. You could see fill pattern time, fill pattern type dot. If you press, you could see like you can give something called solid, right? Big spot. Okay, solid dot. Okay, or solid foreground, like anything. Okay, you can give it. So we'll try to give something called solid foreground. Okay, you can just select anything based on your requirement. Then what I will do, we'll try to overwrite that one, right? This part. Okay, okay, size and the like font name. So you can make it like, say, for the header only I want to make it 18, and instead of Calibri I want to make it Arial, only the header part. Okay, means whatever we are setting it for the other column, but still here ever coming, again I am overriding it only for the header. Okay, then what I am doing, I am making it font now. Again dot set color. Okay, set color. I can give here index color. Okay, indexed color dot anything, I can give it black, blue, anything I will give it black. Dot get index. Now what I will do, I will try to make it bold also. If you want to do it, dot set bold. You could see here you can need to give it the true or false. So I want to make it bold. I want to make it italics or set italic. Okay, here you could see it is coming as, again I can give it true, but it is only within the if loop, right? Only the header part. And to make a change. Now you can just update it, right? You can just run as Java application. You will see now your file got updated with current like 3:22 p.m. today's date 3/13/9/2025, and you could see like your header got changed only. Your like details, details it did not got changed. It is fitting always all the cell. So because of this method, auto size column, normal thing where it is for like filling with like Calibri 10, you could see. Okay, okay, and it is border also, it is like thick, all the border from the top, bottom, right, left. Okay, horizontally left and top, but for the cell value, like on the for that header, you could see it is changing with 18 and Arial, 18 Arial, bold, italic, and now you could see it is kind of blue, gray, and solid foreground, right? It is also changing like that. Okay, so that is the way you can change it accordingly. If you want to go for the other row also, you can do it, but definitely like header part you want to modify it more, right? Okay, now if you want to change it, right, any other color you can change it. If you do not want to set the italic, you can make it false, right? If you want to change that maybe 16, you can do it, right? If you want to do not change that font Arial, whatever was there already, you can make it also same thing, so you can just comment it out. Okay, Calibri part, if you want to take it, you don't need to set additional stuff. Okay, now here if you change the border style, instead of thick, you do dot, give anything called dotted border, right? On medium border, you can do it. And apart from that, if you want to give some color, style dot set, you could see border bottom, right? This is the color also you can set. Okay, here you can give the color accordingly if required. Whatever thing you want to change the color also, you can set it accordingly. Okay, so now let's give it, now we are making it 16. If you want to change the color also, instead of black, right, you can change it blue. Okay, let's do it. Italic part I want to make it false. Let's run it and let's see what's happening here now. Okay, you could see the blue, but it is not looking good. That is the reason it's better to keep it black only. And you could see now italic part removed and is still coming a Calibri, and font is getting changed 16 like that. Okay, so better you can change it to black only, or make it say green. So that part will still not coming good because we are giving here blue gray. You can make it black. Okay, if you do not want to make it bold, you can make it false again. Okay, if you want to make it 20, you can do it. That is fine. Alignment, instead of left, you can make it right, and instead of top, you can make it bottom. Whatever is required, right? You can do it. Now let's run it and let's see the alignment is happening as right bottom, and your header is getting changed to 20, and no bold, no italic, right? You could see this right and bottom, right and bottom. You could see here right bottom, right bottom, and this is the no bold, no italic, and Calibri 20 only, and all are Calibri and 12 size. Okay, so that is the way. Whatever required, you can just do the styling change. Automatically your Excel sheet will be updated, and in next video we will see how to read the data as well. Okay, from the Excel sheet. Okay, you can just update in the consoles as well. So today whatever you learned, right, you learned couple of one of the new approach to write the data to the Excel sheet from an array list with the help of the Apache POI. So you are adding the relevant dependency for the POI and POI OXML's Maven dependency in the project. So automatically you can call the necessary classes and the method required to interact with the Excel file in Selenium with Java. You are getting a blank workbook, you are getting a blank sheet, you are getting an array, right, where in the first row you are giving as a string, where you are just giving the header, and second row wise you are making it object, so that like you can call it, you can fill different type of data type in the object, like integer, double, like boolean, string, anything in the object form of the object. After that you want to make iterate over data and write to the sheet, and within that one, right, you want to create a loop for row and adding the cells. Once it is already updated to the sheet, you want to just like save that workbook into the Excel file. Okay, and then you need to call that file class and the file output stream class. Once it is like able to write it in the Excel sheet, you can close that file output stream and work book object. You can handle any kind of exception is coming appropriately based on the exception type. Now once it is done, you can also learn here how to create and apply cell style in the Excel using the Apache POI. You can create cell style object using workbook.create cell style, using that cell style object to define the various styling attributes like font, alignment, border. Also you can fill the color and pattern as well. So that is the way like you will able to write the Excel file, and you are also able to change the styling of the Excel sheet. Okay, so that's all from today's session, guys. Thank you.